What's up and welcome to this week's episode of How Not to Summon a Dungeon Master. Previously on the Search For Ciri.
My true thing is I have another enemy, and this mystical quest and this bullshit and bollocks that, let's be honest, somebody else is already ahead of us. A man that makes your eye twitch a lot, but he is ahead of us no matter what you say, and he's been a step ahead of us the entire way.
These are diamantium handcuffs, which they block the flow of magical power. If I'm placed in these, I cannot cast spells.
Really?
My plan is simple. Turn me in. How can I help?
Have you got the listings, my dear, for the auction for the latest buildings that are going on in this city?
Well, you need to go to the auction house next door.
Alright.
This is the bank.
Alright. I just had this image of him like closing the shop and then opening the door and throwing a goddamn gnome out and then shutting the door again.
Still got a dumpling in his mouth. So eventually you guys reconvene, and it's still fairly early in the day. You've only been out for a bit of the morning. What would you like to do? You've reconvened. I'd say you meet up. Where would you like to meet up for a start?
In the street with him, arms full of dumplings.
You've got, if you were to meet, technically you could meet Dimdish at Hierarch Square. I don't know how you feel about that.
I feel like he's like coming down the street
with
dumplings.
Got an arm full of them.
-1 silver sword.
And as
The moment I see him, I just push a dumpling in his mouth very slowly.
look, it's all right. It's okay. There is one pub that sits on Hierarch Square. It's the Kingfisher pub.
For Doctor's Day? Have we had it for Doctor's Day? Oh, this tastes good.
Changed accent as well.
I mean, to be fair, you try and have an accent while you've got your fist in
fair.
your mouth.
That's very true.
That's what your dad says.
Why have you got my dad's fist in your mouth?
Why not?
Not yet, anyway. We'll
Lube
see.
it up. That's what that's for.
There is the one pub, the Kingfisher, if you'd like to go and visit that. That's the only one on Hierarch Square.
Why are we on Hierarch Square?
That's where Dimdish was
I
at the
was.
auction house. So I'm going to say
okay.
you went, you did your bits. And then
Yeah,
you
I'll
met him.
just like kick up a chair and eat my dumplings.
Do you want to go to the Kingfisher?
Yeah, I'm just sit
Yeah.
sit
We're
outside
walking.
if it's available.
Okay, so you walk in the Kingfisher.
As that happens, as we sit down in the Kingfisher, I'd like to turn to the Witcher and be like, Witcher, I've had a look at the investment opportunities in this city. Yeah, he's literally
As he eats the
as he's eating the dumplings.
You
He's
can see
still
a
got
very
a-
angry bartender at the bar staring at daggers at you because you bought your own food.
Is he going to tell
Cleaning
him?
glasses frantically.
Hey.
Like, really?
That's not what
Really?
that looks like.
Really?
Shane.
Can he see what he's? Yeah, I was about to say.
That's okay.
So many glasses.
Step glasses. Stop it.
Oh, step glass, I'm stuck. I'll say to you that there's an investment opportunity I'd like to put in for. Would you be willing to front some money as well?
How much do you need, Dimdish?
I'm not far off. I actually would have brought the flyer and that. And I'll put it over the table too. And I'll show you the 3-bedroom or 3-story house. I'll go, this is not bad, but its starting price is 100 gold. Now, Witcher, I could use your money and a bit of your talents. Nobody's gonna buy something if a Witcher bids on it. Simple enough. If you go in there looking menacing as shit, I'd like to see the next person that would dare bid on it. I have the money. You just have to be you and bid.
A raise your bid.
He's eating his dumpling.
Maybe be a little bit more intimidating tomorrow when it happens. But if this works out, I reckon this could be 500-600 gold. So whatever you invest, I will give you the percentage of that investment back.
How much do you need, Dimdish?
Or at the very least, you've got a nice residence in Novigrad that you can stay and frequent.
We have both. And I make that thing. Like, it gives us a base as well.
Can Airbnb it.
Oh, yeah, goddamn. Yeah, we could Airbnb it all over the place, couldn't we? Oh, honestly. But to be fair, now, I have 104 gold. Now, it's 100 starting bid. Now, the simple
You
fact
see
is...
a few people glance around when he says that.
Not on me. And to be honest, are you going to fuck with him? No, I didn't think so.
They turn back to their tables. One guy does, and one guy just looks at the Witcher and is like,
Can he literally
As he's
give
got
him
a
the middle
mouthful of
finger?
dumpling.
I reckon you just give that guy the middle finger. Just to be like, and what? Actually, no. And what?
As you're discussing this, a silence falls over the entire tavern.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And
I swear
a
if this is
man
Dandelion, I'm hitting him
comes
over the
walking
head.
out onto the stage.
It's Dandelion.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We have a special guest tonight who's going to be performing for you all. You may have heard of her. She's been around all of Temeria. Her name is Priscilla, the Topaz. And he leaves the stage. Walking out onto the stage is this stunningly beautiful blonde woman, dressed in what is quite clearly a bard's outfit. And she has a mandolin. And she takes to the stage and she begins plucking at the strings, tuning the mandolin. And everybody is deathly silent in the tavern. And she looks out to all of you, and you see, just for a split second, her eyes rest on the Witcher for a split longer than anybody else. And you see her gaze just hold on him. And she begins to play. The tavern is deathly silent as she begins to sing, and there's good reason for it, and you feel this. Her voice just radiates energy. This music, this melancholy music that washes over you, you just cannot tear your gaze away from her. It is the most smooth, beautiful music you have ever heard in your entire life, as she just captivates the entire tavern as this song plays. And there isn't a sound from start to finish. As her song hits its crescendo and then ends. And everyone just is silent as she places the mandolin back down again, before suddenly there's just an eruption of applause. And you can't help yourself. You are compelled to just applaud this incredible performer in front of you. And she exits the stage.
She weren't bad.
It was okay.
Again. Whoa, cool.
Both of you roll deception.
What was I like? I wasn't lying. I was like...
It was the most phenomenal thing you've ever heard. What did we do, Witcher?
I got a 13.
5.
Okay,
Can't roll for shit.
the Witcher lied. Clearly is lying.
He's
Like,
always
you can
lying
almost
when
see
he
a
does that.
tears welling in his eyes. He was that captivated by the performance. Dimdish gives a hint of downplaying what he's just heard, and from what you're feeling, you're pretty sure he's downplaying it as well.
Should we go get a drink?
Hey, the bartender doesn't look happy.
You could go to the bartender. He is very short with you as he serves you. As you're standing at the bar having your next drink, Witcher, there's a tap on your shoulder. And you spin around. And before you is Priscilla, the performer that was just on stage.
I mean, this could go two ways. I thought he was going to get, like, do you want some death sticks? Or something like that. I was like...
Star Wars
Yeah,
style.
Star Wars. Or it could be the way you were going. I was like,
And Priscilla's standing there, and she's looking at you. May I have a word?
Okay.
Not here.
What is it with you with pretty people? Honestly, like...
I'll neck my drink,
She takes you by the hand and she leads you off.
and I'll throw the bartender a dumpling. just
Straight at him.
him like a baseball.
Oh, no, he catches it pretty well, actually. And he
Does he
eats
eat
it. He does eat
And he
it.
goes,
And it's... Yeah, it's alright. All these dumplings have just been... Okay.
I've never seen a dice roll so many 9s and 10s.
Honestly, the
so
amount
medium.
of 9s and 10s I've had.
He's had 1-1 in
so
all of it.
You're led up the stairs, and she leads you into what is clearly her bedroom, her quarters. And you go in, and she shuts and locks the door behind you. You're a witcher, aren't you?
And I'll look myself up and down.
I just need to be sure.
Yes.
I only say this because I've met another witcher.
If you say Geralt, I'm throwing you through the window.
Then she looks hesitant for a second. She's like, how did you... Yes.
Of course, it's Geralt.
Yes, I'm...
Is there a chair or something?
Can he throw that through the window?
There is a chair. There is a chair. There's a desk
I'm
and a makeup
literally
desk
just
and
gonna
everything.
like sit in the chair with
Okay.
a heavy thud.
Okay, you just slump down.
What do you want?
My partner, his name is Dandelion.
Oh, for God's sake!
He was friends with Geralt, and that's why I know
he
Geralt.
was.
Something's happened to Dandelion.
I've read his book. By the sounds of it, he earned everything that happened to him.
Technically, I have the book. Still.
I'm somewhat aware of Dandelion's promiscuous past. My relationship with him is new, but I think it's serious. Although these details I don't need to go into with you, Witcher. The only thing I need to tell you is I need your help. You do things, right? You help people.
I'm currently on another job and will be for the next few days. How about you find me afterwards?
Can I at least give you some information, and then you can think about it?
I'll discuss it with my business partner.
Parter?
Partner.
I heard that.
I heard it too.
When words fail you,
English is hard.
you do words good.
We all love grapes.
Yeah, we all do. Some dogs love grapes.
I believe some misfortune has befell Dandelion, and I told him not to do it, but he wouldn't listen to me. He wanted to steal something. He was planning a heist on a crime lord called Siggy Reuven. I believe something must have happened to him. He planned to rob the vaults that dwell under the bathhouse in Siggy Reuven's residence. I think he's crossed the wrong people. There was a man called Horson Jr. who was also after him, another degenerate crime lord in this city as well. I think a friend of Siggy Reuven too. The night he set out to do the heist, he never came back. I don't know what's happened to him, and
It sounds
I need you to
like
find
he
out.
got caught.
I hope not. But I need to know what's happened to him. Please.
I'll think it's over.
That's all I ask. And she unlocks the door and opens it again.
I'll go back downstairs.
And she,
And I'll
as you're
relay
about
it
to
all to
leave,
you.
she calls through. I am currently staying here for the foreseeable future, so you know where to find me.
And I won't even break stride. I'll look back. I'll just throw my hand up.
That's fine.
Don't
And
really
you make
still
your way
in
back
hand.
downstairs. You make your way back downstairs and you join Dimdish. Keep a toll of the quests you've got to outstanding here.
I feel like you should just get a notebook. Like, literally one of those flipbook pages where it's like you flick through
I've
it.
got one.
Hey, that gives you too much information.
I don't think so, to be fair. He doesn't retain information.
So the Witcher comes back downstairs. He's not been up there very long.
I'll tell her everything.
I mean, to be fair, before you even say anything, when you come down, I'm going to be like, that was the quickest I think you've ever done it.
Not my type, Dimdish.
I thought not. Fair enough. What did they want? Let me guess. They wanted something to do with the quest.
It was that dandelion fellow we were following. She thinks
Did she want the
he's
book?
been taken by some crime lord he was trying to rob.
Did she want the oversized black book?
No.
All right. It genuinely is, because it's not a little black book.
No, it's a big black book.
Yeah. All right.
A BBB.
So...
Yes.
So... They want to...
It's the big black diary.
Nice.
Sorry.
So...
Dandelion's BBD.
So they want us to go on a quest to find Dandelion.
Find out what happened to him.
What did they say? They thought he'd been taken by this Siggy Weaver.
Yeah, some
Siggy
crime.
Reuven. Yes.
Yeah, I never get
Siggy
it right.
Weaver.
You just need to understand that.
And the bathhouse. That's the second time his name's been dropped.
Yeah, I know.
I want to,
It's the same guy that I need to speak to about, my plans.
As we're talking about this, my face washes over with boredom and uninterest.
My face goes back to the bloody investments, and I say to you, this house thing, we'll deal with the Dandelion thing later. Alright? This house thing. If you go there tomorrow, just be you.
You're going to let him do the bidding? You're going to give him the 100 gold and be like, do your thing?
I'll stand next to him. I'll let you know how high and how far and that.
Okay.
But the simple fact is, if this goes very high, I'll ask you, how much gold do you actually have? Never actually asked
I'll
you.
check my purse or pouch or whatever I'm keeping it in. Close to 50.
So, I mean, it depends on what you can scare up.
I'll hand over 30 gold. Putting back.
I mean, I will stand next to you at the bidding process. I'll keep you informed on how this goes. And the simple fact is, all you need to do is bid as a witcher who's scary as fuck. Let's be honest, like I say, who the fuck is going to bid against you?
That's a fair comment. So, the rest of the day you don't do anything else, I assume. That evening you don't want to do anything.
I'm done.
We go back to the old people. Are they still there?
The old people are back. They're
Are
there.
they dead yet?
No,
Like,
they're not.
I feel like at
They're
one
dead
point,
yet.
well, that's just tough. I've got another house.
You also hear movement on the floor above you.
Oh, that'll be fucking what's her face. She's back.
You are aware that Triss Marigold also is staying in this same house.
Broom. Keep it down up there.
You
So
couldn't reach the ceiling even with a
no, you really
I have you holding me up with the broom. Keep it down. up there.
eventually the next day comes round, and I assume you're just going to go straight to the auction house.
Let's get this done, Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you head to the auction house. There's quite a few people here. There's quite a few well-dressed, noble people here. And you take a seat next to each other with your paddle. As the auction...
I want to do better. As you walk in, I turn around to you and say, we need to make sure people know that you're here
Oh, they're well aware.
and what you are, and not to be fucked.
Oh, you are asked to check your swords at the door.
He doesn't need his swords. He's got them.
He doesn't need his sword.
I mean, to be fair, who's going to tell him to get rid of his sword?
And the man can use Axie once a day.
Yeah, there you go.
Remember that. He can
That's
charm
actually-
person immediately without failing once a day.
I mean, do you know what? Actually, that might be good on the auctioneer. Sold.
So just
100.
saying, I'm just saying.
Sold.
No one, anyone.
As the Witcher,
no other bid.
as the Witcher looks
blind.
as the Witcher looks, that'd be the best one. You're like, you use the axie on the guy, and the guy that's like, yeah, and you just look back and just stare daggers. And he's like,
Like Billy Butcher in fucking in that when he's looking at Homelander.
oh yeah, 100%. That's what I'm going for here. By the way, when we get in, do you check your swords at the door?
Yeah, I'll check my sword.
Okay, you check your swords.
I'm actually surprised, to be
No,
fair.
it's fine.
Uh,
Checks his swords.
And as I walk in, I'm gonna over push the doors so they go boom.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, it's effective. everyone it looks back and is like a woman, like almost like whoa.
Dumpling.
I'll see you later. Here's a dumpling.
Making constant eye contact with her husband while I do it. Put the dumpling in him.
Witcher. Make somebody at the front move.
I'll walk down there and
Okay.
can you move up?
No, as
There's
in
no
make
other
the-
seats.
Make
There's
some
plenty
room.
at the back, and he looks you up and down. Probably best you sit there.
And I will. I'll put my arm around him.
Okay.
Witcher.
How about
Actually, I'll walk up to
you
him.
go sit there?
Give me intimidation.
My rolls have been shit.
Yeah,
I'm just
they
letting
have.
you
They
know.
have. And if you can't intimidate this
We're in trouble.
portly rich man,
We're in trouble.
16.
oh, it's good. He starts to sweat. Honey, it's the seats at the back have got a better view. And he stands and takes her hand, and she's like, she didn't hear this, so she's like, where are we going? What's going on? We've got the best seat. What? and he drags her off down the back. There's 2 free seats in front of you.
You were lucky. The click was coming.
You were gonna
Thanos.
kill half of them, or
Grayson knows what I'm on about. The click was coming.
yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll take a seat.
Okay, so the auction starts, and they're going through property after
Can
property.
I have
and-
like the papers as they go
Yeah,
through?
yeah,
I've kept
yeah.
these papers the whole time, so
you know, and eventually it comes to the house that you're interested in, the
Witcher.
3-story slum house.
Witcher, this is the one. This is the one. I
Yep.
want you to stand up.
Stand up.
Make the first.
So the bidding is starting at 50 gold.
Make the first bid.
And I'll stand up and just look him dead in the eyes.
Yeah.
And slowly raise the paddle.
Okay, are you turning while you do it?
Yeah,
I won't turn around, but I will turn my head to look back.
Why do I feel like
Okay,
he has?
give me an intimidation for the whole room.
I feel like he has these sunglasses on,
Yeah, could you imagine? Yeah.
and then if somebody makes a bid, he takes them off
22.
A 22.
for the room.
Let me do a couple of rolls.
That's shit. That's
a
alright.
12.
That's shit.
No, I'm happy that you've rolled well enough that nobody's going to bid, and the auctioneer knows this all too well. Have we got any bids on the phone? Have we got any bids on the phone? And we've had an internet bid come in. What's the internet? You ask. Don't worry about it.
Via the magic wire. Via the magic wire. We have one over
Some
there.
owl just drops a letter.
Fuck you, Eric.
Yeah, grabs the owl, punches the owl,
Puts a dumpling in.
The auctioneer.
stuffs it in. It's
No, that owl's come back. The auctioneer is not happy. You can see this because obviously this house is supposed to make bank for them, or at least a bit of money. However, nobody wants to bid on this
I
house.
wonder why. And I think the 22 would affect him as well.
So, going once, nobody's going to step forward. Going twice, nobody's going to step forward. Third time. It's not high enough. Nobody steps forward. You get the house for 50 gold. Sold to the intimidating man at the front.
And I'll sit back down and just cross my arms. And give Dimdish the paddle.
Thank you, my man. I'll walk forward
Uh-huh.
to him
And he's got the
And I'll-
deed in his hand.
and I'll bring him down.
The auctioneer. Yeah. He leans in.
Here's an extra 10 for the auction house.
Thank you, sir. And he hands you the deed and takes you 60 gold.
I'll be back.
Is that a threat?
Yeah, it is actually.
Give me intimidation.
I mean, it's fair.
I'll be back
like,
for your family.
I'll be back for the rest of these houses. And I'm having them cheaper. Imagine the 800. I walked in, I was like 50.
I mean, that would have started probably at about 200 or 300 quid. The
I mean,
800
that
house.
would have still been fucking brilliant to walk in, get the 200 one, or for 800, the 800 one for 200. I'd have just been like,
anything over a 20, and I would have allowed it as well.
That was a 22.
Yeah. Instead, you got the 3-story slum house.
I mean, it's still as good for
Yeah,
50
of course
when
it is,
it was
yeah.
supposed to be base of 100 and we can make like 500-600 on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where's the intimidation on this thing? This shows how much I've used intimidation as
You
me.
might want to get your phone away from the mic. Remember what happened, fucking Fran?
I literally.
That's why I've been putting mine like over to the side.
Yeah, I keep mine in the middle.
I am not intimidating whatsoever.
Okay.
That is a 2.
So he just looks at you
How
and goes,
did you get a 2?
"Oh, it'll be a pleasure to see you again, sir."
Have you got minus intimidation?
No, it was a 0.
And he rolled a 2.
No, as in like I have 0.
Just a
Yeah.
flat roll.
Yeah, flat roll.
So you leave the auction house, you collect your swords on the way out, and you leave the auction house with a 3-story house in the slums now in your possession.
Witcher, this has been the most profitable day. Here's your 30 gold.
Cool.
It gives you 30 gold back. Anything else you want to do with the rest of this day, now that you've done your house buying?
I'm going to
You are
skip
to
over
meet
to said
Triss
house.
the next day in the evening.
I will go have a look over the house for the rest of the day.
Yeah, of course. So you go and visit this house. Would you like to visit the house as well? Would you?
Yeah, I'll go
Yeah,
for a
you go and
walk.
visit this 3-story. It looks very similar to the old couple's house. It's a bit wonky. It needs a bit of work doing on the outside. The inside is an
Oh, house building montage? House building
House-
montage?
tops off.
cleaning
Tops
montage.
off. Like, shirts are off.
So you know
everything.
that this house needs external and internal work. It's an absolute mess inside.
Hold on, I'm just adding a custom item, which will be
Yeah,
like
that's
D2
fine.
said
I would
three-story
say
house.
that there's even a squatter in there when you go in, but he very quickly leaves when he sees the Witcher. He's not sticking around, especially when you're like, this is my house. So yeah, I mean the house needs a lot of work, but it is, as you saw, Dimdish, a very good opportunity.
Very good Witcher. This can be very profitable in many ways, and it makes a nice base. So what we can do is, and I'll let you just run through this shopping montage. We've got to go get some shit for this house. Basics, so we can
I can
live
say
in
you
it.
spend the entire rest of the day buying stuff for the house, but how much are you
Basics.
willing to spend?
Basics. It depends on how much it's going to cost us for like everything, but I don't know.
Okay, roll me a D100.
Yeah,
50. 51.
51.
So you spent 51 gold kitting the house out with everything it needs.
That's between me and you.
And that's
Witcher, but-
essentials. It's not luxuries or anything like that, but you have literally bought all the items that you need to have a fully sustainable residence in Novigrad.
And now we have it all. Witcher, we have a
It's
base.
still a dive, it's still a shit pit, but
It's our ship.
it's
It's our shit.
to be honest, once you move all this furniture in, which takes you a lot of time, but you do, I'd say with that 51 gold, you also hire some hands to give you, some help.
100%.
But this place looks as good, if not better, than the old couple's house that you were staying in anyway.
I would say this is probably done
And your
it up
beds are
already.
probably better as well. They're new. And they're not, I wouldn't say they're military-style bunks. They're actual beds.
Then we've literally done everything we needed to for this house. How much are you going to take off? It's up to you.
Whatever, mate.
Cool. You want to go 25-25 on the furniture
Yeah.
side? There we
Let
go.
me remove that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got to
So you
remove
split
it
the
as
cost
well.
of kitting the house out.
I mean, to be fair, he's going to get pretty much double back whatever he puts in for it.
And eventually, after doing this whole montage of doing up the house,
I'll say as well. Yeah. Making your mind up.
you fall asleep in your new house. I would say that you either send somebody or go yourself to the old couple's house and say that you no longer need their
We'll take our shit and thank them.
stuff.
Yeah,
of course.
I'll
and I'll say
I'll
you
put a
put your
couple
head
of
up to
gold in.
Triss as well and say, look, this is the new place you'll find us.
Right, and you know the thing is, like you say, give them a couple of gold, thank them, pop a blooming dumpling in the mouth.
And Triss also reminds you, meet me at there's an eternal fire altar not far from the keep. Meet me there at sunset.
Sunfall.
Sunfall? That works as well.
That works as well. That's kind of cool.
But meet me there at sunset. And let's pray to God this works. And on that note, it's time for us to chuff off. You can join our adventurers next time when they go through with Triss's plan. If you've got any questions or queries or just want to see what we're up to, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at How Not to Summon, or join our Discord at How Not to Summon a Podcast, or go to our Linktree to find all our links, or go to our YouTube to find all our vids.
I won't worry.
I've been your DM Sheeny Senpai.
That sounded 10 times better than mine. You must have heard the scenario.
I have heard it.
Oh, it was a butchery of...
You need to listen to his outro on that.
Bear in mind, it was edited
It's
a
the most
lot.
monotone thing you've ever heard in your life.
I've been your Witcher, Grayson.
I have been Dimdish.
See you later, guys.
Cue the montage!
Their journey will not end. Through the woods and mountains they roam, face the beasts that call the dark their home. Velimir sword and Dimdish's spells, Ren's potions save them from the depths of hell. Ciri, where are you, lost in the mist? We will not rest till you exist. Monsters fall, paths unfold, time and again our story told. Fang and claw they fight with might, determined hearts face the lifeless night. Glowing eyes and breath of fire, we press on through the muck and mire. Velimir leads with strength and grace, Dimdish guards with faith we embrace. And the witch her magic pure, together strong, together endure. Legends rise from battles they win, echoes of tales where the shadows begin. Ciri's voice from dreams afar, guiding them like a distant star. Weeds with strength and grace, Dimdish guards with faith weave the lifeless night. Glowing eyes and breath of fire, we press on through the muck and mire. Velimir leads with strength and grace, Dimdish guards with faith we embrace. And the witch her magic pure, together strong, together